It is a pleasure to have this man in the neighborhood for our big interview. Ladies and gentlemen, now in his 757th movie.
Wow.
Give it up for Mr. Samuel L. Jackson in the neighborhood. Let's bring Samuel L. up in here. Samuel L. Jackson, how you doing, my brother?
Good, Big. What's up with y'all?
Man, we over here just holding it down, man. First off, we got to say congratulations on your 737th movie, man. It's
kind of low.
It's always good to have you in.
737 movie this year, you mean?
Yeah, this year. Samuel L. Jackson, you got to be the hardest working man in show business, bro, with so many legendary movies under your belt, bro, on the big screen and the little screen, man, the small screen. But we're talking about also with Shaft, man. Like, Shaft is another one of those movies that is very near and dear to us. Now that we see a remake, the remakes, and it's a great thing to have Samuel L. Jackson now as John Shaft. Why was it important for you to, with so many movies and got so many franchises, to also get involved with Shaft?
Well, the iconography and the mythology that goes along with us and the heroes that we have so few of. You know, it's like when John came to me the first time and wanted to do it. John Singleton, God rest his soul, came to me and wanted to do, you know, the new one. I was like, well, why do we need a new one? He's like, well, it's just time, you know, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, all right, but Richard's got to be in it, so everybody will know he's still John Shaft. We're just passing the torch a little bit. We ain't passing it all the way. So when they come this time, you know, they want to do Shaft comedy. And I'm saying, okay, I can dig it, and we can make that, but we can't make him a buffoon. He still has to be, you know, cool and the icon that he is. Richard's still got to be there, and we're introducing a new generation of Shaft. So what they came up with was a unique idea of a kid who's been estranged from his dad, and all of a sudden he needs his help. And he's got to learn how to be a Shaft.
I heard
because, you know, he's been raised in a, you know, private school environment and, you know, homeschooled with his mom and went to MIT, and now he basically works for the FBI. So he's smart, but he ain't got no street smart.
Right. Which sometimes can take away everything.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't have, you got to have some this and that.
Yeah. So we got to teach him how to navigate the mean streets of, you know, Harlem as a Shaft.
Yeah, he got to shaft up.
You know,
he definitely got to
so
shaft up.
that, you know, giving him some shaft.
Samuel L. Jackson, like I say, man, you've been in so many great movies. When you do like press or when you do like call-ins, like how you calling us right now, do you ever start speaking about the wrong movie because you have so many movies?
Which one?
Either out or you working on?
Well, that would have been this year. I had a chance to do that this year because I've been doing, I've been very fortunate this year. You know, I started the year off with Glass, and, you know, it was a big hit, and then fell right back in with Captain Marvel, which was, you know, bam, you know, booming again.
Yeah, I
so
think I heard
I've been
of that
number one for a little while this year. And now I got this, and right after this, I got, you know, Spider-Man. So,
man,
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Hey, man, and it's crazy because the reason why I had you on hold a little bit, I went to go see Avengers opening weekend, and I just got out the theater. So, sorry for having you. But how does it feel, Samuel Jackson, and you know just that Marvel, that franchise, what does that feel like to just be Nick Fury and know that you guys got so much in the rear view mirror and so much ahead of you through the windshield? What does that feel like?
Well, it's a comfortable thing, you know, to know that you're going to do films that people want to see. So people are going to go see them. Whether they like them or not is one thing, but to know that I'll be there and I can present this particular character, and my character, when he shows up, is always doing something that has some dynamism that moves the story or moves the mythology along in a certain way. You know, it's like I kind of opened up the whole multiverse thing, you know, in Spider-Man. It's like all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, so now we're admitting it. You know, so, you know, I have an opportunity to make things happen in different ways.
Your co-star Tom Holland said it was a dream. It really is a dream for every young actor to be called a bitch by Samuel L. Jackson.
Get it, bro.
What was this filming process like? You know, again, putting on the eye patch, being Nick Fury, but also kind of stepping in and taking that somewhat of a father role where Iron Man no longer can be for Spider-Man.
All that stuff turns out to be like really great. because, like I said, they allow me to take charge of situations and to make decisions that move that whole story or that move the whole franchise along in an interesting sort of way, and that's important that we have, a character like that who happens to be a black man, who happens to be a guy who defies things the way we like to see our characters be defiant, but he still, has his principles, and that's awesome.
I gotta ask you now. You got so many great movies. You ever walk past your television and you look at a movie and you forgot that you were in that one?
No.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously you've played so many iconic characters, and you've got to replay them again. Obvious Shaft and Nick Fury, Frozone, Mr. Glass. But is there a character that you actually wish you can go back and revisit?
I actually want to play Mace Windu at least one more time.
Yeah, get your purple lightsaber on.
I want to fire my purple lightsaber up at least one more time.
That would be dope.
So do I. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be a part of a franchise.
Out of all the roles that you've played, Samuel, which one has been your most challenging?
Most challenging, I guess, Mr. Glass. Only because dude's essentially helpless. All he's got is his mind. And to be able to play menace and danger and all that stuff in a wheelchair with a broken body, presents challenges.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was
make it work.
Obviously, there was like a big gap between those two of playing that Glass character. Was it hard to jump back into it?
No, I had some great conversations with Knight, and he actually trusts me to create what I needed to create to make that happen, and I was anxious to do it, so I've been thinking about it for a while. Every time I saw him for 10 years, I'd be like, dude, are we ever gonna make next part of this movie?
Hey man,
what's going on?
We got Samuel L. Jackson in the neighborhood. Why is it so important for us to get out, man, and make sure that we go see Shaft, the movie?
Because the men in black think they're going to kick our ass.
Right,
I want to see that movie. I'm excited to see
just
Tessa.
to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? just to keep it real, bro.
See both.
When you have a Shaft that's your newest movie, do you look at box office? Do you look at numbers?
Well, everybody does. I mean, I don't, but they do because that's the business aspect of what it is. I'm way more thinking about creating something that people like, carrying on the franchise that we're a part of and the mythology of who John Shaft is in a reputable way so that people can go, yeah, Shaft is still Shaft. But getting out the first weekend, really tells people that we've done something that means something, that makes people want to go see it. It's like saying this character is important to us, it's important to our community, it's important to the few mythological characters that we have that we trust, love, and emulate. Shaft has always been that guy. It's like, I want to be a guy who's a sex machine for all the chicks. I want to be that cool guy who says the right things. I wish I had some dope leather coats like that.
Sam,
things. He's a personality, a style icon, and it means something to be the brother who stands up for all the other brothers.
And they say that cat Shaft is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
When I'm talking about Shaft, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can dig it.
Hey, man, before I get you off, and just real quick, man, you and Spike Lee built a legacy together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how was it to present Spike Lee with his first Oscar and how he jumped into your arms?
Man, I am so glad that I had been going to Pilates and working out.
Yeah.
Spike just came out of nowhere, man. He was like a super ninja.
Yeah, man.
He just jumped on the brother. I was like, oh, thank God I can hold him up because we could have gone down easily.
Hey, man, and he put a 70-year-old frame to work and you held it up, bro. I ain't mad at you.
Listen, man, Spike's my boy, and I was glad to be able to stand there and, to scream out, the house and letting, the whole Morehouse thing jump out for him and to present him with his Oscar was, totally amazing because I had actually presented him with his Icon Award before that, a couple of years before the me, Denzel, and Wesley, when they gave him his other Oscar. But for him to actually, stand there and win something that everybody voted on, and to call his name and have him come up there, man, was, validation for a really, really, really dope, career that he's had and is still having.
And Samuel, we appreciate this phone call, man. And God willing, we'll see you in the neighborhood again. If not, if not, I'm coming out on the golf course with you, man. I can't golf,
big.
but I'm gonna come out. And God bless you, brother. And check in with us when you get a moment. All right.
All right, y'all. See the hood.
There it is. That's our guy right there, man. Our guy, Samuel L. Jackson. And Samuel L. Jackson, every time I call him, that man picks up the phone.
I love that.
Yeah, man. He be like, I'm out here shooting the movie. I'm like, damn, I'm not mad at you. He's always on set. Believe that, man. Shaft in theaters next week. Make sure y'all go check it out. Big Boy
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.